Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, Father.
Yeah, our practical part of composition is still going ahead. Our today's lesson is about paragraph writing. As I told you in theoretical parts, a paragraph should have one idea. Apart from that, to write a good paragraph, you have to think of steps. And there are also parts in a paragraph. Among them, there is the topic sentence. Apart from the topic sentence, there is also the supporting details and the closing sentences. Then I want you to explain to the public what is a paragraph, the topic sentence, and the steps of the paragraph. Apart from that, I want some people or some students to give examples of a paragraph so that I can be sure that the course has been understood or not. Mr. Sylvain, you have the floor.
Thank you for the floor, Mr. Didier Mangila. Mr. John?
Yes!
What is the topic sentence?
The topic sentence is the first sentence of the paragraph.
What does it do?
It introduces the main idea in a paragraph.
How do I write one?
Summarize the main idea of your paragraph. Make clear what your paragraph will be about.
What are the supporting sentences?
They come after the topic sentence, making up the body of your paragraph.
How do they do?
They give details to develop and support the main idea in a paragraph.
How do I write one?
You should give supporting facts, details, and examples.
What is the closing sentence?
Sure, the closing sentence is the last sentence in a paragraph.
What does it do?
It restates the main idea in a paragraph.
How do I write one?
Restate the main idea of the paragraph by using different ways.
Can you sustain your idea by exemplifying paragraphs?
Yes, we can. Let me start.
I beg your pardon, Mr. John.
Yes.
Let me add something to clarify the matter. The 5 steps to the writing process. 1. Pre-writing. Pre-writing, organize your thoughts before you begin to write. Brainstorm, list, talk about it, draw it out. Put a graphic organizer together. Drafting. This is the sloppy copy, get the words down on paper without an undue concern for mechanics. Free flow your ideas on paper. Revising. The process of refining the piece of writing. You organize your writing. Editing. This is the step where you correct your spelling errors, mechanical and grammatical errors. This is a developmental process. Publishing. Publishing. This is now prepared in final form, now ready to share the writing with others. Okay, Mr. John, I give back the floor.
Thank you for the floor, Mr. Jerome. I give one example and others will add. ISP Ilebo 3334 is one of the best high school of Kasai province. First, ISP Ilebo 3334 has a nice library. Students have access to the library at a reasonable price. Scientific and administrative. Second, ISP Ilebo 3334 has a nice standard of education. Students are taught by the well-trained teachers and are encouraged to continue studying in the first cycle. Finally, ESP rooms are clean and efficiently managed. As a result, ESP Ilebo 3334 is a desirable place to study.
Yes, thank you for the floor. Today, Mr. Didier Mangila Mandorta Mamburanyo talked with her class about physical fitness. In fact, he said it is important to exercise at least in our everyday. Exercise doesn't have to be a chore. Skating is bad for height or. Today, Mr. Demangila Mandorta Mavra told you that class about physical fitness. In fact, he said it is important to exercise at least in our everyday. Exercise doesn't have to be a chore. For instance, riding a bike is great exercise. Cross skating is too, so fine an activity you enjoy and get some exercise. I made a plan for getting enough sleeping at night. After I eat supper, I play for a while. Then I take a warm bath. When I finish bathing, I put on my pajamas and clean in bed. Finally, I read a good book. Reading makes me sleeping and I usually fall right to sleep. It is important to stay clean. If you don't take regular bath, germs can grow it or soil. In fact, sometimes you have to use medicine to kill the germs. Also, if you don't take regular bath, you might not smell so good. As a result, your friend might not want to play with you. Skating help you stay enough and happy. I agree.
Thank you for the floor. Henri Morton Stanley and his critics. The history of exploration has until recently been dominated by two sorts of historical writings. Biographies, which of necessity focus on their life and the personality of individual explorers, and somewhat British general histories, which have tended to celebrate the triumph of the modern geographical science over the mysteries of the earth. Neither of these approaches is particularly well equipped to meet the more requirement of contextual perspective concerned with the wider contemporary significance of ideas and the practice of exploration. In recent years, historians have paid much more attention to the institutional, intellectual, and social context in which projects of exploration were sustained, emphasizing in particular the relationship between exploration and empire. Where explorers like Stanley are considered to be a progenitors or merely precursor of the new form of imperialism developing during the late 19th century, the labors at the colonial frontier must be seen in the wider context of changing relationship between Europe and the non-European world. It has been suggested that their last labors at the colonial frontier must be seen in the wider context of changing relationship between exploration, Europe and the non-European world. In fact, that British explorers of Africa received official sanction and support is, according to this view, but one aspect of their contribution to imperial history. Another is the role played in the contribution of the exploration